Hello guys, welcome back to Escape from Tarkov. Bit of a different story compared to the previous episodes and streams that we did, where we pretty much did a playthrough of PvE in the months of June and July. Yesterday the seasonal started, season 1 called Court Breach. What I've been doing yesterday is looking around a little bit to see what modifiers people were taking and what the effect of that was, sort of to get a better idea. And that's why only today on day 2 we started with it. From tomorrow on there will be drops on all of the EFT channels from what I heard. Let's have a look. A bit of a different ball game from what we have seen the last couple of weeks in our episodes. PvE is pretty predictable. You sort of know where the PMC spawns, you can sort of hunt them down. That's totally different now, of course. The PvP is now real players. You don't know where they are, you don't know where they go. You have an idea where they spawn, but you don't know what quest they are doing. The quest system is completely changed, so you definitely don't know what people are doing. Before, you sort of knew, like, okay, people are doing now, let's say, the pocket watch, or they're doing now this or that. They're sort of on that quest line, they're on that map, most people will be on that map. That's now totally different, because now the quests are trader locked, in a way. So if you have loyalty level 1, then you're going to get all the level 1 quests. If you have loyalty level 2, you're going to get all the level 2 quests, and then you can do whatever you want, which means many options available. The start will probably be more or less the same. We have to go through the tutorial and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we played on our PvE character almost till level 40. That's where we sort of finished on Sunday. We had some overnight crafts going. I did loot on yesterday and collected those things, so the fuel can run out for the rest. And on our PvP character, we played till level 37, I think, this season. This guy, on the other hand, non-existent. So we're gonna have to create this. There are modifiers, there are perks involved in this. So we're gonna have to go through them and see what we select. It starts with the faction, Bear or Usyk. Not much difference in gear-wise or so. You will get a few SMGs, you will get a few assault rifles, get some pistols. Obviously, if you choose the Usyk, which is United Security, sort of the American side of things, you're going to get mostly American guns. If you choose the Bear, which is the Battle and Counter Assault Regiment, then you're going to get more Russian guns, AKs and things like that. The Bear, of course, has a bit of a disadvantage in Lighthouse on Usyk camp, where those rogues are not that friendly. They shoot you from 500 meters away, while for the Usyk, they leave you alone half the time, or they will shoot you only if you piss them up the previous raid or something. Then they will remember that, and then they will shoot you next time as well, but from way closer than the Bear. The Bear, approaching Usyk camp as a Bear is an adventure on itself. I think we're gonna go for Usyk for once. I have played 7 wipes as a Bear on the normal PvPs. We've seen that. We've been through that pain. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Got a couple of new faces, or not, probably. This guy doesn't know where he's looking at, so we'll go with this one, I guess. name should be available. We'll just take the same name, Nikita voice. I think we're gonna go for just this time.
Bastard.
Nikita is a heavy breather when you get shots. We've noticed that in the PvE, so we'll go with this one. These are the general modifiers or perks which are happening for everybody. No insurance, so we cannot insure. Personally, not a big of a deal. On my PvP, when I play solo, I hardly ever insure. Only when you're going to fight bosses or so, then you could potentially... You're basically insuring... If you play solo, you're basically insuring against AI. Because if people shoot you, they will take your gear anyway. So no insurance. We've tested that at some point. We did one wipe where we insured everything. We did one wipe where we insured nothing. We made more money in the no insurance wipe that we did. So with pretty much the same amount of hours and the same amount of same playstyle, same things. So there is an armor shortage. So the traders will not have that much armor for sale. That might be a bit of a problem. So at some point we might be running around without armor, if it is really a shortage. We have handyman, which is items are crafting. The time to craft things is reduced by 50%. So something that would normally take an hour is only 30 minutes now. And the crafting skill starts at level 51. That means that we have elite crafting from the start. That also means that you can craft 2 things at the same time in one station. That's what that means. Black Division. Black Division operatives can be encountered on specific locations. I've already seen them. I watched a lot of streams yesterday, jumping from one stream to another, trying to figure out what was going on. Especially with these modifiers and so. I've seen them on interchange, I've seen them on streets, I've seen them on wood, so they are definitely running around. Not the kind of guys you want to run into. Highest tier of AI. They're running around with level 5 armor, usually decent guns, top ammo. Yeah, basically you're dead. If you run into them and you can't get away from them, then you're dead. Especially in the early levels when we have nothing to basically fight them. And we have seasoned PMCs, which means we gain 25% more XP. And the hideout items are no longer found in raid. At some point we needed found in raid items, then they changed it. Then it was sort of half-half, like the last 2 wipes, let's say. You had like 5 items and then 2 of them needed to be found in raid and the other 3 not. This time nothing needs to be found in raid, so you should be able to build up your hideout quicker. Those are the general modifiers which are happening for everybody out there. And then we have personal modifiers which we're going to have to choose probably next. There we go. So on the left side we have a bunch of debuffs, of nerfs, negative perks, whatever you want to call them. On the right side we have the positives. And you need to balance that out. That needs to be at 0 here, sort of. You can choose some negative and then you get some points available, which you can then spend on the positive side. That's sort of how it works, and you balance it out, more or less. Hemophilia, bleeding chance is increased by 25%. Especially in the beginning, that is a bit of a pain in the ass, that one. Because people don't have good ammunition. Low pen ammo, which usually means leg meta, they do a lot of damage. 9 times out of 10 they're going to give you a bleed. With this thing increased by 25%, you can almost make that... If you get hit, you probably have a bleed. So hemophilia, maybe, we will see. It is only 2 points. Osteoporosis, limb fracture chance is increased by 25%, so... falling from height deals 20% more damage, so you have a higher chance of getting a break. So splints to the rescue, I guess, unless you're of course allergic to. We'll see. That could be one that we choose. Well, that hurts. All medkits are consumed 25% more. That means that you're going to have to use more meds. Incompetent. All character skills are leveled 25% slower. I don't know why you would want to do that. That seems to be a very bad one, and it's also costing you... well, it's giving you 10 points, which you can then spend on the positive side. But 25% slower, not great. Polypsia, or whatever it's called, hydration is consumed 15% faster. Polypsia. Need to drink more, okay. Chronic fatigue syndrome, energy is consumed 20% faster. Okay. So you're gonna have to eat more, but other than that, when you level up your metabolism, because when you have to eat more, you will level up your metabolism faster. So that should sort of bring it equal in a way. So that's probably not that bad. Personal vacuum, charisma skill cannot be increased. All traders cost 20% more. That is definitely not one you want to take, because the trader prices have already increased 25% for this season. So yeah, stay away from that one. Dr. Jekyll, stay away from that one. That is something we have found out yesterday already by watching somebody who had chosen that perk. What this thing does is that when you have a heavy bleed and you fix it, then you have a fresh wound. And if you go through and you, let's say you hit the branch of a bush or something, it's going to open that wound again, and then you, with a light, then you're going to give you a light bleed, and then you fix it with a bandage, and then the wound is closed. That's how it normally works. If you have Dr. Jekyll, that wound just doesn't want to close. It's constantly opening up. Every 30 seconds or every minute, you have a new light bleed when you're sprinting. That is a very annoying one. If you get shot in the beginning of the raid, you have a heavy bleed, you fix it, then for the next, let's say 30 minutes, you're going to get 30 light bleeds. Don't choose Dr. Jekyll. It's a very bad one. Allergic. We become allergic to 3 random items. Yeah, that is also hit and miss. We've seen some people being allergic to super water or something. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. We've also seen people who are allergic to water and to pate or something. Those are things that you eat and drink very often. That is a bit more annoying. If you're allergic to a Propital or something, which people are using very often to heal up, the healing stim, that could also be a very annoying one. This is a bit of a gamble, but it gives you 3 points. There are 90 items which you can be allergic to, so if you're lucky, you're allergic to moonshine and super water or something, and then it doesn't matter. Those are not really things that you drink very often. Broken secure container gives you 6 points, but it's very bad. It's like you can't put any stims in there, you can't put your injector case in there, things like that. It basically it holds keys and key tools, probably DocTag case, and then maybe a documents case. That's all it's gonna hold. I think you can't put any meds in there, especially not stims. So yeah, that's not great. And if you really want to go berserk, you can go no flea market. I don't think that's a good idea. Gives you 10 points though. Third leg, movement speed is decreased by 1%. I don't think it matters that much. In such a way that on the other side you have something which makes your level 30% faster, your skills. So if you have faster endurance and energy and movement and so, then that third leg should not do that much damage. Unlucky, I've seen people with unlucky jamming a lot. So it does. It's people are still trying to figure out what that actually does, but I think it was Pistol. He jammed 3 times in the tutorial already. So and he chosen all of the negative perks for Punisher starting or whatever he was doing. Exhaustion, arm and leg stamina recovers 20% slower. Arm and leg stamina is reduced by 10. That seems to be a very bad one. That's like that's even more inertia than we already have. So yeah, that's the negative sides. I think we're gonna go for third leg. 1% movement speed, we can live with that, I think. Allergic. Definitely not Dr. Jekyll. Chronic fatigue. Need to eat more. But that's fine. We'll compensate that by leveling up our metabolism very quickly. Hydration is consumed 15% faster. That could be a pain, especially if you're allergic to something like apple juice or water. Apple juice you find very often on scabs. So if you're allergic to that, then you're pretty much screwed if you have this polyopsia. We'll see. Maybe we'll take it, maybe we don't. Well, that hurts. All medkit uses consume 25% more. Maybe. That's an extra 2 points. Maybe we'll take that. Osteoporosis, limb fracture. You just need to be a bit careful with jumping for that one. But of course, if these scabs with the shotgun, if they shoot you in the arm, that's going to give you every time a break, more than likely. So my idea about this one is that you're going to have to use more splints, but we have the tick splint, which is like 7 uses. If you have that in your secure container, it's not that bad, I think. It gives you 3 points. I think we have to take that. And then we probably do polyopsa and well, that hurts maybe as well. But we'll see. Marathon runner arm and leg stamina is consumed 20% slower. I saw somebody yesterday with a marathon runner, and they were running with a teammate who had sprinter, and the marathon runner was always behind. So I think sprinter is better. There is something called sprinter over here. Hercules, strength and endurance skill starts at level 15. That would also be a good one, but that's going to cost 5 points. I can't take sprinter for some reason. Running speed is increased by 5%. But you can't take it if you take third leg over here. Okay, what I definitely want is Prodigy. It levels your skills 30% faster. So we're definitely going to go for that. Then we have 4 points left. Marathon runner is 3 points. And what if we don't take third leg? Bushborn is 5 points. Bushborn makes you hardly any noise if you go through a bush, and it also doesn't slow you down. But then we need more things on the other side, though. Yeah, we definitely want Prodigy. We can do Lucky. 3 taxi once per week. Some scabs pay you. Yeah, we have to take this because we don't know what they pay us. If they pay us in tar coins or something, you can use that in the battle pass. Which leaves us with 1 point. We're definitely not taking Well That Hurts. We will take Well That Hurts. Then we have 3 points, and then we could potentially take Marathon Runner. Do we have third leg here? We do. No, we don't. Then we could take Sprinter as well. How much is Sprinter? Sprinter is also 3. Running speed is increased by 5%. Versus arm and leg stamina is consumed 20% slower. The leg stamina I'm not that worried about, but it's the arm stamina. When you're like, like you shoot a ball in heaven and you guys start shaking after like a few seconds. This will give you like 1 or 2 seconds more, probably. So I think I'm gonna go for marathon runner. Okay, let's have a look. So osteoporosis have a higher chance of a break. Medkits consumed more. Energy is consumed faster, so we need to eat more. Allergic to 3 random items. I can live with those negatives. And on this side we have arm and leg stamina consumed 20% slower. We have 3 taxi. Prodigy, which gives us 30% skill leveling. And lucky, people are still trying to figure out what that does, but maybe you're lucky to find more streamers items or something for your collector box or things like that. Or you hardly ever jam. It's something in that order, more than likely. Let's have a look. Prodigy, lucky, street tax, marathon runner, allergic, chronic fatigue, osteoporosis. Well, that hurt. If we want the bush thing, which I would try to figure out if I could take that, but that bush thing is 5 points though. Then we have to do no, I think I'm gonna go with this one. 30% leveling. We're lucky, we have street tax, we have marathon runner. We're allergic. Energy, we need to eat a bit more. We have a higher chance on a break. And we're consuming a bit more meds. But yeah, then we bring some extra meds. We usually run an AFAC or an IFAC, and then we have an extra one in our secure container usually. So we're gonna have to use more meds, okay, fine. That means you adjust your pathing a little bit and go a bit more checking the med crates and so on. Yeah, I'm okay with this. We are deploying. Season 1. Good luck us, I guess. Then we'll figure out how bad it is.
The Norvensk region has forever changed the moment it was turned into an open economic zone. Both Norvensk and Tarkov became centers of international partnership. One of the most influential corporations on the global stage, Terra Group, has established its regional headquarters in Tarkov. Terra Group scientists promised to bring our world towards the future. Even back then, it was obvious the old world was on its way out. In Tarkov, the corporation was actively acquiring land and absorbed local businesses for the sake of its revolutionary projects. Virtus in scientia. That's what they used to say. Terra Group's influence in the city grew rapidly. It wasn't long before they started showing interest in restricted government facilities, a move that couldn't go unnoticed by domestic security agencies. In order to protect their enterprises, Terra Group hired a foreign PMC, United Security. USEC personnel began blocking access to Terra Group's facilities, and even the government authorities no longer had a full picture of what the corporation was doing within Tarkov's borders. Eventually, a team of investigators was sent to the local headquarters to search the building and compile a report. But the USEC operatives refused to let the law officials through and opened fire. After that incident, a new force appeared in the Norvensk region, PMC Bear. Their main mission was to expose and gather evidence of Terra Group's illegal activities around the world. At first, Bear's operations and their clashes with USEC forces were limited and isolated, but the tension escalated quickly. It was too risky to fully involve military forces to maintain order due to the region's special status. The UN forces and Russian military blocked all routes in and out of the city, and the UNTAR mission began evacuating civilians. But despite the authorities' statements, the situation in Tarkov was no longer under anyone's control. The conflict between Bear and USEC evolved into an all-out armed conflict. Marauders and bandits, soon nicknamed Scabs, only made things worse. For several years, both PMCs fought each other, each carrying out orders from their respective command. Before all this, Tarkov was featured in the world's top financial news. And now it shows up in the combat logs of the contract wars. But it didn't end there. Terra Group's local headquarters became Bear's primary objective, withstanding multiple assault attempts. During one of those raids, something happened. An event that split Tarkov's history into the before and after.
Oh my god. We can't left step. Apparently. I've heard about that. Okay. That's annoying. Definitely need to fix that. Okay, let's see. Peace. We're good. If it goes to 0-0, then we are allergic. So we're not allergic to peace. That's what we are already gonna do in this tutorial. Eat and drink as much as we can. The rest doesn't matter. You don't keep your loot anymore. They have changed that. Are we allergic to pate? We are allergic to pate.
To all you a sec.
That's one audio tape, and the other one is over here. Yeah, this is annoying. We can't sidestep left. There's another audio tape here. Press M to play it.
Commander, how much longer do you reckon we'll be stuck here?
And you press M to stop it again. We'll read the note. I'm gonna unload these mags because I think they are bugged, aren't they? Yeah. They have a bit of all crap in here. Okay, we can't shoot either. Okay. Yeah, this is very annoying. Where's the other one? Right there. Let's see if they have anything of food and drinks that we can test. Red cola. Seems to be fine. Yeah. I think we're allergic to pate because pate normally gives you a lot of energy and even a bit of hydration, and the hydration went down like quickly. So I think we are allergic to pate so far. Where's the other idiot? Okay, beer is fine. Water was also fine. So I think so far, pate is one of our allergic things. Okay, this is annoying as hell that I can't sidestep left. That thing is broken. I've heard about it yesterday already. Yeah, that is very annoying that you can't sidestep left. Okay. We're at zero energy. Okay, the chunka is fine.
Ну и что, нормально?
It's annoying as hell that you can't sidestep left. What is it? What is that for bullshit? Thought they would fix that by now.
Помогите мне! Я здесь!
Oh yeah, break, constantly breaks. Yeah, this is annoying. Okay, how do we fix this shit? Okay, now if we put it back. Nope. Okay, damn, that's just okay. We get through the tutorial, but our move left button is not working. We need to figure out how to fix that, because that is annoying as hell. Okay, we get those 2 audio tapes and we get 4 notes apparently. And we also should have a Linux and a GPU or somewhere in here. You don't need to find them anymore, as far as I know. Here's the Linux, and here's the GPU. And now we need to sort out that lot here, but there were also a bunch of codes available yesterday, which I redeemed. They have kits, they have toolkits, they have doc tags which you need later to turn in or something like that. We'll just leave that be for now. And then we have the tour chapter unlocked. We need to talk to 2 of the therapists in Ragman. That's all fine, but the fact that we can't move left is a problem. Which we're gonna have to figure out. Hideout. We can start up the vents system. That's about it, obviously. We cannot move to the left. Huh? Just can't. So the A button on a QWERTY keyboard or the Q button on a AZERTY keyboard is not working. That is annoying as hell. Okay, that's great. It's just wonderful. Now he doesn't want to right step either. Great stuff, mate. Just fucking great stuff. What have they done now? Okay, that's the sprint, side walk. And then I need to go on my QWERTY on the key, on the Q. We need to do light step left. But then the question is, will A work? Do I have anything with a scope? We don't have a shooting range, we can't test it. What is this bullshit? How did I manage to break that one? Enable practice mode. No AI. Next, go. We'll just go in an offline raid and quickly test to see if this works. I heard about that bug yesterday. I thought they would fix it by now, but apparently not. You can't side up left. Your Q or your A button is not working. Q button if you're on a ZERTY keyboard, or A button if you're on the QWERTY keyboard. If you have your move left there, it does not work. So I put my move left now on the A of a ZERTY or the Q of QWERTY. So I can move left and right now at least, but now the question is, does my scope work? Sprint is working. Right side, left side, okay. Okay, that works. So I switched my Q and my A now. So I have left steps, that's gonna kill me a few times. Left steps is on the Q, and now we have A as our switch sides. Press, double click, which normally was on my A. Oh yeah, this is gonna happen a lot. This is going to happen a lot. We're gonna switch our, yep, every time. Every time we want a left step, we're gonna switch sides. Yeah, we need to get it in our brain. Left step is that one. Right step is still on the same, that's fine. But we're gonna have a few times where we want a left step, we're gonna change our scope. Or when we want to change our scope, we're gonna left step. Okay. We'll do it like this for now, because the other thing does not seem to work. How did you manage to break that one? That's great. Great stuff, Ivory Tower. How you managed to fuck that up? Rubles, USD and euros. Okay, sorting. Let's put that box there and pin it. At the moment, that's going to be a mix. Till we have more bucks. Okay, what else? Do we have ammo crates or something? Weapon crates. Ammo crate. Any other crates? Not immediately. Right. We need something for there. It will take a while here, but I'm gonna sort this thing out from the beginning, that it's not a mess from the beginning. Huh? Some people immediately go in a raid or whatever. I'm usually not. I'm usually sorting out this lot first, before it's one big mess. We have any 20 round max? No. Oh, these are more pistol. We probably have 2 of each, right? Or something like that, or 3 even. Okay, 3 of each, gotcha. We have more MP5s. Okay, with a lot of max for the MP5s, but yeah, they're only 20 round max only. Yeah, that's a bit of the problem. Okay, I see. Shotgun. Do we have another shotgun or something? A sniper. Let's put that there. Anything else? We'll take that cat. Maybe that breaks the padlocks, because I've noticed that there are padlocks. Armband on. No, 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 no. Okay, 919. 919. What else do we have sitting in here? Some M80. 762. We have more M80 here. Okay. Oh, we need to check these max. Eight 856 A1. GSXP. Here we have some more 855 sitting. Here we have more 855. We have more grenades there. Okay. We have some shotgun ammo. And then we need to check the other max, because some will have 856 A1 and the other ones will have 855 probably. backpacks over there. Any more backpacks? That will be our streamer's box. Oh, I need to redeem that one. I need to redeem that box on the website. We put some stuff in here that we could use potentially. Pack armors. You're kidding me. We'll sort out the ammo in a second. Let's open this thing. That can't go in there. Great. Okay. No, none of those things can go in. We'll sell those. It's just gonna be a GPU. Lock it and lock the athletics. That's all we put in that crate for now. Need another mechanic backpack over here, potentially. I guess we'll do armors next. Those over here for now. Okay. Some troopers. What is this thing? This is level 3. 4. 4. These are also 4, I think. No. But these are just armors. These are armored rigs. These are level 2s. Should be another packer somewhere though. Okay, rigs. Okay, those are the rigs. These things can go as soon as they came in. All of the shenanigans here, they're not found in raid anyway. This is all food, drinks, and meds. Okay, what's next? Helmets. That's all helmets we have. Apparently. Okay. So gear over here. And then here we'll put some stuff over here. I don't need the ripstops immediately. We will keep the fleece for our gym thing. All right. Now we need to check all these mags here in a second. We need to see what's in there. Okay, another M4. We need to check all these mags. Huh? Not the pistols, they will be whatever they are. That sniper can go there. And then in here we'll put the fuel. And we'll put the fleece because we need to mop the floor in our hideout with that thing. So we'll keep those for that. Okay, so that's the gear sorted. Now we need to sort out this lot here. Let's leave 2 spaces open, I guess. MPX. This is AP 6.3 though. Okay. The MPX mags are empty. What is that? 855. That's for that one shotgun we have. That's all we got? Probably. Okay, that thing can go there. That can go there. Also 855. Those can be in there. That's, we know that will be 882. And now we need to see what is in here. All 855. So all 855. Not much 856 in there, is there? $70 rounds of M856. Okay. Olympics. Okay, what's in here? Ah, that's the 856. A little bit of 856. That's super, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, we don't know what's in there. M80 probably. No. That's M80. And that should be in here. Okay. And then these boys here. More M80. Okay. That's the ammo sorted out for now. Need those. We do not need those. What the hell is that thing doing in here? Where's the other gun? Oh, that's on here. Some more 856A1. We'll put that thing on there. Where's that stupid laser thing? Okay. Holy moly, man, seriously. That's all the ammo we got, plus whatever is in these pistols, which we'll probably run first. Okay. We can go there. I don't need these stupid flash grenades either. Get him out of my stash. Okay, we're almost there. That needs to go. That needs to go. That needs to go. This also needs to go, but I don't think we can sell it until we have a trader which we can sell it to. We can talk to Ragman and Therapist. They will take all this shit. Yeah, Ragman will take all of this. This is Jaeger stuff. There. This is some crap that needs to go whenever we have a trader available who will take it. Ah, Fence will take it. Let's sell the Fence. I think we sorted it out. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Recorder is over there. We don't have a green flare yet. So no 7, this is 8. Take one of those with us. We'll take one of those with us. Extra heals and bleeds. Take an extra CMS kit, and we will take... Do we have a ticks? No? Okay, one of those then. Oh, that stupid cap here. We need some helmets, some sort. That's the only helmet we have. They gave us one helmet. That's not gonna last us long. We have a pistol with a flashlight. Great stuff. Some gear, we have something to shoot. Should actually not take a backpack. Okay, if we shoot a scav, but... And they only gave us 2 CMS kits as well, so that's wonderful. Painkiller. I guess. These can also go. They're killing your hydration. We have morphines. We'll take a morphine with us. Okay. These are painkillers. Splints. We have an aluminium splint with us, so... Okay, splints next. These single ones, just get rid of them. Oh no, we can't buy them yet. No, we need to keep them then. Okay, now we need heavy bleeds. Bandages. And then we have heals. Okay, that's our heal section. This is our fruit section, and this will be our drink section, I guess. Okay, I think we're there. Let's talk to these people. Examine the keys from therapist. Let's see what she has on level 1. Directories keys. Okay. Bunkhouse, Vita juice, toilet paper, milk. Meds for the 206 key and the 303 key. Blue tape and T-plugs. Okay, what's a bottle of water nowadays? 15,000, yeah. Used to be 12,000, but all prices have increased to 25%, so we're paying 15,000 now for water. Okay, woman, listen. Take it away. Ragman, take all this shit away from us. Thank you very much. Okay, and then Fence, you will take all the other crap, won't you? There we go. More or less sorted. No, not really. Yeah, this thing here is one of these annoying things. The radio, something from unheard, that's more for PvE. You can call in your friends or whatever if they're online, but that's somebody that nobody uses. But you can also not sell it. Lodex and a GPU, that's all what we need in here for now. Okay. Now let's have a look what is going on here from all of these codes that we redeemed. Wonderful. $1,000 USD, 1,000 euros, 150,000 rubles. Is that what the street tax gonna give us every week? Maybe. We have another Propital. Okay, they're not found in raid. We have a key tool. We have a Salewa. We have a surgery kit, another Grizzly. Okay, things need to move here. We have another CMS. Let's put that there. We have another Salewa. We have another CMS. We have another Vaseline. Another splint. Okay, that means that this one can go. Just get rid of it. More bandages. Painkillers. Here we go again. Liberator. We have a Bastion. We have a Ronin mask, which you potentially could wear. Another helmet here. Another razor. Okay, and then some pisspot helmet, which makes you hear nothing. This is a night vision helmet. Let's put it in there for now. And now we have some gear sitting in here. Can go in there. Now we have these dock tags here. I believe they have something to do with the quest later on. Five dock tags from the Black Division. A bunch of empty mags. They gave us a new gun, but no ammo for it. That's cool. Some more 855 here. Ah, and empty mags. They're all empty mags. Emergency water. SP5. I'm assuming that goes on that gun. Yes, it does. Okay. More chunkas might help us to craft the other ones. A cat. And the rest we'll use whenever we need it. PCP. What is that? Trailer blackout. That's for this thing. Okay. The rest can stay there for now. That needs to go. An extra $1,000. And an extra 1,000 euros. And an extra 150,000 rubles. That will help us pay the 250. We need to pay in a second to therapist. What is that key tool? What can that hold? 16 keys? Okay. Just call it our raid tool. Okay. Can we use anything in hideouts from those things that they gave us? Something popped up. Okay, so they gave us what? They gave us a cricket for elimination level 1. Well, so that we can see a little bit, I guess, from candlelight. All right. Poster, I don't even know if we have a slot available, but we'll see. We get a slot in the beginning? Oh, stash apparently. Okay. We'll put this poster over there. That's like the only thing we have available to put a poster on. Nothing else we can do. And that needs to go here, this stuff. But the whole organization again, as usual. Beginning of the wipe, if you want to have it organized. Some people just play with the whole thing in a big mess, but this is our box here when we come off raid. These things are for laboratory. So yeah, they gave us some things to start up stations, but not everything. That's half work, eh? Next up, we're gonna do is go here and click that big button here, where it says clear the wish list. Yes. Get it out of there. We want a clean wish list. And now we can have a look at what we need. So they gave us the toilet paper and the owl, so we still need to find the toothpaste. we'll just put him on other. We'll just give him a star if we need him. So, toothpaste and a soap we need. Bolts and nuts, obviously. Multi-tool we can buy. They gave us a metal part here, so it's more bolt and nuts over here. Hoses, bolt and nuts, duct tape. Okay. Illumination 2. We need a bunch of these bulbs and wires, which we could potentially craft once we have the workbench going. Med station. Multivitamins, pile of meds and a syringe. Okay. Rest base, duct tape and matches. That's one match, and I think we need another 2 for here. Yep, another 2 for here. And that's all we can do for now. Vents level 2. More of these guys, CPU fans, a car battery, and a motor. And then security is a measuring type. Okay, that's what we need at the moment. We gave them stars. Once we have that station, then we will adjust our wish list accordingly. That's that. Okay, then we can start talking to these people. Let's start with her here.
Так, эта поставка задерживается. Здравствуйте, я вас не заметила.
Stop yapping, woman. What do you want? Hello. Yes.
Вы правильно сделали, что обратились.
What can you help me with?
Я знаю людей, которые могли бы...
So, if I pay you for these routes that you want us to go to, how much do you want?
Мы пользуемся этими маршрутами для вывода гражданских,
Blah,
поэтому...
blah, blah. Just tell me what you need. 250,000 rubles to unlock
Я
streets.
рада, что вам оказалась небезразлична судьба мирных жителей, с трудом выживая.
You just press spacebar to skip the dialogue. You can always click on show history to see what she was actually talking about in case you really want to know, but we've seen it by now.
Молодой человек,
Do you have any jobs for me?
вы человек надежный. Сейчас найду для вас работу.
Okay, here we go. Operation Aquarius. Locate the water stockpile hidden room. That's room 206. Hand over found in raid drinking water items. That's new. Normally we just had to go to the room. Now we also need to hand over some water. Okay. First in line. Locate Emercom and bring me 3 meds. Okay. And supply plans. Supply plans. Locate the obtained secure folder in woods. Okay. Complete different order. Do you have
Что
anything for
конкретно
sale?
вас интересует?
Oh yeah, we already saw that and examined everything there. I'm interested in that dorm ski of yours there. What do we need? Meds. We can get meds. Yeah, for crickets and matches, which we need for the other stations as well. So it's not a good deal. We just need to find meds. Okay, gotta go.
С вами приятно иметь дело. Заходите еще.
Yeah. До свидания. Let's see what he wants. So by paying her 250,000, we unlocked the streets map. Examine some streamers items or something. We also need to talk to him.
Будь как дома, не стесняйся.
What's going on, my man?
Обижаешь, Актер.
I need to go to the port, but I don't know the area.
Эвакуироваться собрался, да? Много кто там выйти пытался.
Okay. What do you need?
В лесочке рядом с Ультрой какой-то кипиш начался. Вроде даже техника была. Короче, надо проверить эти места. Свои все у меня уже заняты работой. Так что ты вовремя объявился. Ага, осмотри все вокруг ультры на развязке. Особенно если технику услышишь или найдешь.
Scout around the Ultra Mall and see, keep an eye out or whatever. Do you want to trade?
Конечно. У меня как раз обновление небольшое было.
Let's see. Have a look. What do you have, mate? Okay. Not much on level 1. Yeah. A helmet which doesn't match with any headset. And other than that, he does heads. Yeah, same here. Yeah, he has 2 helmets which you cannot do with any headsets. Only with the in-ear plug things, but we obviously we cannot get our hands on those things yet, so we're pretty much screwed with helmets. I think we can only buy the blueberry from Peacekeeper, and we don't have Peacekeeper yet, so not happening. Okay, do you got any work?
Сейчас что-нибудь сообразим.
Locate and mark the fuel tanker by power station and Northern Territory. That's the one on the green flare. Although that's not north, that's in the west, but yeah. Compass and directions always were a bit of a problem. The compass also doesn't point to the north on some of the maps. Oh, he gives us 2 markers, okay. Make Ultra great again. Eliminate any target on interchange 10. That used to be 25, so that's a good change already. Visit the railway exfil on interchange. Visit the Emercom checkpoint on interchange. And visit the power station on interchange. Okay, railway, Emercom, and power station. Car. VX, that's a car actually. So we need to visit those 3 places, mark the 2 markers, and then scout around a little bit so that he unlock us or bring us in contact with the next trader. The requirements have changed as well by the looks of it. No, actually he's earlier, isn't he?
Заскакивай еще как-нибудь.
Yeah, he was level 2, was 17 normally. Okay, let me have a look on that one. Therapist, loyalty level 2 at level 5 already. But we need 60 points. That's 40 points. 40 points, what is that? 4 quests? No, gotta be way more. No, that is 4 quests because they changed it. Okay. So every quest is level 1, it's loyalty level 1 with the trader, is 3000 XP, 0.1 or 10 points, in other words, rep, and 80,000 rubles. And every quest is exactly the same. Same here, yep, 3000 rep, 0.1 rep with Ragman, and 80,000 rubles. Okay, so then you know, like, to get the reputation in order with him, we need to do 3 quests for him to get it from 0.20 to 0.50. And he can go to level 2 at level 12 already. That used to be 17. Okay. Now, Vince, we cannot talk until we, like, I think level 25 or something. That's the first time you talk with him. But he might have some streamer's items or something, or keys that we can examine. Makes it easier to find him on the map. No, apparently not. Nothing. Nada. Okay, so we still have these guns sitting in here and yeah, whatever. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave those in the system sitting. Therapist had something to say, Ragman as well, but he also gives us 2 markers, I think. Yep, okay. So those markers we need to use to mark the fuel tankers, which means we're going to put 1 over here and 1 in our secure containers. Don't want to lose them because we can't buy other markers yet because they come from Prepper. We don't have contact with Prepper yet. We only have 2 traders at the moment. So we talked to Ragman, we did all that. Yep, we talked to Therapist as well. It's all fine. These are that first box here is basically what you are thinking, right? That's your thoughts. I've talked to therapists. She's told me to do this. I've talked to Regman. He told me to go check out interchange. That's sort of your thoughts. That's what you're thinking after talking to them, basically. And then here you have what needs to be done. We need to visit interchange 3 times or extract from it. If we survive and extract from interchange, you only need to do it once. If you die, then you have to visit it 3 times. I think that's how it works. That's our only main objective for the tour chapter, which is basically a tour around all the maps. And then somewhere in between, we need to pick up the rest of the chapters, which are meanwhile 10 or 11, I think. Some of these things are posters hanging out that you can find on the map. You just pick them up, and by doing so, you will unlock that chapter. Others are notes or something like that. Okay, so we have to mark things on power and green flare. We obviously don't have a green flare. We can't buy one either. We need contact with Jaeger to be able to get green flares. So we just interchange railway, Emercom power station, mark the 2 tankers, and maybe survive. That we will see. First raid of the season. After an hour and a half of sorting all of these things, but you can go in like the no-lifers and people who were speedrunning. They immediately go in like 5 minutes in the game, but then their stash is a mess throughout the whole wipe. Ours is sorted from the start. No insurance. Not this wipe. Which means we're actually heavily geared here now. In such a way that we don't have access to... there is an armor shortage, so we probably will not have access to... So what that does mean? That means that people are going to run out with P.E.K.K.A the whole freaking first week or something. Let's see what we can do. We need to be a bit more efficient now, of course. Even if we die, we should have done something, you know. I also noticed there are a lot of people running around in groups, so I think it's going to be a tough season as a solo player, but we'll see. That means that you have to calculate your chances. If you see a 3-man coming by, then you might want to think about twice of shooting those with a pistol. What's the extraction that we have? We have Emercom. Okay. We need building materials. I don't know if these are building materials. They are. Okay, we need 5 building materials. When we have contact with Skier, he wants those things. Okay, I am constantly pressing that they need to change that shit. They need to fix it as soon as possible. We touch this thing, that is Emercom. So we actually have to go to railway and then all the way around. Oh. Oh. So we need to go touch railway. Okay, there's a guy inside power station. Or guys, who knows? Shooting over there, but sounded muffled. I need to get used to that button for the sidestep left though. Just a scab, I think. Nope, it was not. Just a guy waiting under a bridge. Good luck with my pistol, mate. Welcome to Interchange. Always was a problem on PvP. People do not move. People are just sitting in the railway extraction and in the Emercom extraction. Well, he's gonna be sorry. Take that. Yep, we'll take that. We'll take a pack and that. There we go. That's good enough. That's good enough. Don't take those. We might take those. Okay. We did find the VX already, so we did not actually had to go all the way to the car. Just to go to the barrier there was good enough. And we killed one thing already, and we marked one thing. don't mind the fact that we die here. Because this is a shite map to go around. So now we just need to hope that we spawn somewhere on Emercom or on Railway. Or somewhere on the new camp. We might ride 3 times with our pistol, so be it. Then we lose 3 pistols, okay. Ideally, we spawn now on Emercom. No. Ideally, we will spawn on Railway. We touch that extract. We go try to mark the tanker on the green flare, and then we extract on Emercom. That completes the story thing to visit the tier things and the fuel tankers. That would be 3 quests done. Well, 2 quests and a story mission. Because we know how it's going to be here on Emercom and Railway. People are just sitting. Don't move. Wait till they hear somebody coming, running, and then they're sitting there with automatic guns or something like that. No, not again. Bollocks. Oh, we have Railway at this time. Okay. That annoys the hell out of me already, that button here. How did they manage to break that button? Somebody spawned here somewhere. Yeah, I'm constantly changing my scope magnification now. Instead of doing the sidestep left. Which we apparently can't. That's not great, man. They're still sitting there? This is unbelievable. It's a new wipe again. Wrong button again. It's gonna get me killed a few times. I already know it now. Okay, let's Emmer come down. We also hear shooting behind us, so they're moving behind us as well. They're probably doing the same thing. I was sort of hoping to move a bit faster by starting let's say a day later than the rest. If people would be already on all the logistics and so, then they are inside the mall. So we're not gonna loot this camp or anything. That's not why we're here. Another one sitting there. That's a problem, of course. Being here on day 2. We hit him, but his armor absorbed everything. That's okay. So now what we need now is a railway spawn. So that we have that extraction out of the way. We go mark the green flare tanker and then we'll see. This is how it's gonna go the whole bloody time. Because we have to run around the map, going around and running into the other spawns, basically. So this is the only one where we actually want to extract. Okay. That doesn't go with a headset. Great. Okay, now we already have to use what the best that we have. Great. Okay. Let's double check. Yeah, we got Emercon, so we just need railway now. And mark that tanker. So it would be ideal if we spawn on railway. We hit him a few times. He moved behind the tree and then he shot us. Yeah, that's the problem. Most of these people are on day 2 already. They have scopes already. They can see through all of this. I saw him, but it was too late. Because he saw us as well, then you're not doing much with a pistol. Yeah, this is going to be a pain. Armor shortage. So the only thing we can buy is probably a P.E.K.K.A. And that will probably be limited to like 2 or 3 Okay, this is also a problem. Not that bad actually. Should be the first one here. Yeah, I'm not so sure that this is a good task that they did here. The fact that you have to go touch these exfils here, that means that people that spawn there, they're just gonna sit there. They're just gonna camp it and wait till somebody shows up to do their quest. Somebody spawned here. Okay. The quest is done. And of course we have Emmercom. Guy. Looks like some standalone Pispa they did. Ah, look at it. Looks like some scap standing still there. Really suppressed shooters going on. Transit the streets, that's also an option, of course. All very interesting. That's really anything we can use. Pathfinder is complete, Field Crisis is complete. We need to kill some things here, but other than that, we just need to extract, and if not even, because this is the third time we're playing Interchange. Which means even if we die, we visited it 3 times. I saw him. At his cap. Where'd he go? also a guy behind us. Oh, we got one. The other one didn't want to register or ricochet. We got one of them, but of course you run into duos and trios the whole. Yeah, that's gonna be the whole weekend. Out of this red map. Took us 3 raids, but that's how I had it planned, because I already knew how it was gonna go. People sitting in bushes here on this map. And we also killed the scab as well, apparently. Costed us a few pistols, but not that important. More important, it costed us some gear. And that's not something we can get our hands on. Okay, this is also going to be a problem. What is that? Oh yeah, 20%. Okay, yeah, 20% less. 20% less energy. So even an MRE does not refill your energy completely. Only till 80 points instead of 100, because it's 20% less. That's how it goes. We got the one who was the heaviest geared, we shot in the face. And then the other one with his penis helmet and his low gear, he got away. Those are completed, and that story thing is also done. Huh? So we need to talk to Ragman. And then he will bring us in contact with Kier.
А, привет, брат.
Normally.
Что, совсем ничего нету, да?
I did my part, mate.
Да помню я все, Акпер. Дальше иди на таможню. Это промка такая у завода.
Okay. Bring us in contact with Kier.
От него всякого можно ожидать. Он ведь тоже из говна поднялся. Через многое прошел. Но за тебя я ему поясню, так что поговорить к себе пустит. А дальше уже все от тебя зависит, брат.
Okay.
Ты это, если с эвакуацией не выгорит, захаживай к барахольщику. Для таких, как ты, у меня всегда работа найдется.
Got any new
Прости,
work?
брат, сейчас ничего нет.
Nothing right now. Okay.
Покупочки свои только не забудь.
No new quests. We'll see. We'll probably get some new if we complete this. Fuel crisis is done. Okay. 2 cowboy hats and 2 Yoshankas for dressed to kill. That's the same as before. A big loss. What is that? That's a new one. Locate and obtain the only cargo route documents on interchange. Can you head to their office? Okay, this is only logistic already. Is it called a big loss before? Okay, we don't have to do the other manifest then? Because normally you do the other manifest and then you go to early logistics. Okay. Gratitude. What was that? Vans or so? Oh no. Stash a mag and a ray bench. That's also less. That used to be 4 items, now only 2, and he gives them to you. Okay. We need to go stash those on woods. We have no access to woods yet then. Long line, we need to kill 4 PMCs. We just killed 1, but that doesn't count. Eliminate 4 PMCs. Wasn't that like 5 at night or something? Was more before though. I think it was 10 or so before. Small things, big help. Those are the fuel tankers on fuel stashes on woods, and he gives us the markers. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And he gave us access to skier. If we talk to him, he will give us access to customs map.
Ты чё там трёшься? Да не ссы.
Okay, stop shouting, mate. What do you want? I'm ready to evac.
А ты больно глазастый, да? На мою
Okay, blah blah blah.
Да мало ли чё стоит. Считай, это их последняя стоянка, ну или как это у моряков называется. Только...
Okay. Ragnar, you know the customs. Can you tell me how to go through it?
Таможка — это ж по сути промка Полихима номер 16. Так что мимо завода ты никак не пройдешь. Но там все заминировано, и подходы знать надо. А ты что думал, в сказку попал? Если халтурку сделаешь одну, так...
What kind of job do you want me to do?
Недавно одни пацанчики совсем страх потеряли. И склад мой попытались штурмануть. По земле они больше не ходят, но склад ремонтировать надо.
Place needs catching up. Okay. Need hand?
Ну, типа того. Только руками работать не придется. Собери мне стройматериал. Там сейчас все пригодится. Так что ты все и тащи.
Oh man, I
Так ты
know.
и поищи в промке.
Thanks. Okay. 5 building materials he wants. And we have a 0. We had them, but we died in that raid where we had them with us. That's the first raid on interchange. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff on woods. Only logistics. We can't get a key. There's a barter trade, but I think it's with Jaeger. We don't have access to Jaeger. Okay, I'll guess we'll see what he gives us. All of that stuff. He gives us the markers. Okay, we don't need them yet. That's for woods. Those woods, that's also everything is for woods. And he gave us also 160,000 rubles. Okay, let's do a scav run for the first time. What do we have available? Let's do ground 0 and see if we can find 5 building materials. Although it's, yeah, maybe we should have gone customs actually. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. Scav runs are always, if you choose the wrong map, you can be sitting here for 6, 7, 8 minutes. As a scav, you spawn in with whatever gear you have, and on a PvP structure, that means that you spawn in somewhere in the middle of the game. So most of the PMCs probably already gone. On the other hand, it's early wipe. People want all kind of stuff for their hideout, so they stay longer in a game. So there might still be PMCs around. We cannot shoot other scavs or other player scavs. That's gonna cost us reputation. So our main objective here is to find 5 building materials that we can hand it over to Skier. Then he will bring us in contact with Mechanic. We have to go to factory and then we can go to woods. And then we can go stash those thingies and plant some fuel stashes or whatever it was. Yeah, they're like... It's a bit of a brain fuck. Of what we are used to. These are like quests which come way later normally. Like stash fuel, that's a Ragman quest, that's normally 17 or 18 or so. You get the first quest from normally a level 17 from Ragman. Now we are getting some of these quests already, so it plays completely differently. Well, we got cigarettes, we need that later on. Gingy keychain. We heard him coming. Ten minutes left. Okay, only 10 minutes left. Yeah, this annoys the hell out of me, the fact that that left step button is not working. Of course, there are more. Oh, there's always more. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough start for us. I saw it yesterday already. Everybody, even the big streamers, are running in groups. That's the new Tarkov, more and more screwed as a solo player, I think. I've noticed it yesterday already. Everybody running around in group, they have changed things that you can also like you need to kill things, 10 things on interchange. You only need to kill 2. If your teammates kill 8, then the quest is done, because the progression goes for the whole team. So yeah, less and less for solo players this game. Yeah, the problem with that mask is that you can't wear a headset with it. That's the problem. So I'm probably just gonna sell that shit. Still the same problem as always. You can't get a helmet on level 1 which goes together with a headset. So you have to choose head protection or ears, then you choose ears. You want to hear what's coming, but not that it matters. First of all, I missed my shots on the first guy because he ran into the tent. And then, of course, there's the second guy. But it annoys the hell out of me that that button does not work. I'm pressing constantly. I switch the scope with the left step. And I'm constantly pressing that. Yeah, that's brain memory. Huh? You know where that button is to left step and you always press that, and that's now changing my scope magnification because we had to change it. Because the Q button doesn't work. Or the A button in case you're on a QWERTY. That's a bit of a problem, eh? WSAD and the A is not working. So you had to put it on another button. How did they manage to fuck that one up? After 10 wipes. No idea, but they did. Well, that was just a scav, not that it matters that much, but... This is so hopeless. That's the other problem with USIC, you can't get 30 round mags. You get an MP5 with 20 round mags. Nope, those ones. What's the difference? Minus 0.5, minus 1. Something like that. What do we have on ground zero? Do we have anything there? That's a problem. We should wait actually. Because every trader has a quest on ground zero in the beginning. Well, we haven't talked to Mechanic yet, he has one. We haven't talked to Prepper and he has one. Jaeger as well. The problem with this is we can't go to woods, otherwise we could go plant those things and mark those things. We don't have all the logistics, so there's not much point in going to that map. And we don't have the key either. Okay. It is what it is. Okay, that mask needs to go, because that mask doesn't go with anything. It doesn't fit with anything we have. Can't wear a headset with it, so what's the point? And we can't get a helmet either. We need Prepper, he sells a helmet. The only helmet we have is the blueberry helmet, which means you stand out like a parrot. Okay. Yeah, this is not great. This is not great at all. We don't have enough quests for Ground Zero to go to Ground Zero. We just have one quest. Go to Emercom, find 3 meds. That's like... So we'll try to extract this map and find some building materials for Skier. Yeah, we need this. The maps is not even that important. We need these traders unlocked. It's another one of their bright ideas. Yeah, that's more like bullshit that they've done there with these padlocks. That means that you have to shoot the locks, which means you need to give away your position. So whoever spawned on that side there, they now know that we are here. It's one of those things that we need way later. And do we still need it? We don't know that. I'm just gonna drop that. Trades for a Salewa. They're sitting in the woods there somewhere. There's a team behind us throwing nades. There is a shotgun scav behind us. Suppressed shooting over there. Good shape over here. There are people in dorms. There's a guy sitting there somewhere. Time to go. One or two teams behind us. The icebreaker quest line. Can't take it. Okay, that's that chapter unlocked, and there's a patch over here. That's that chapter unlocked. And we just keep moving because there's a team running behind us, doing the same pathing we are taking. Okay. We're not allergic to water, we're not allergic to the bread drink. Problem is, I don't think we have enough building materials yet. Somebody has looted this. Can you just die alright, mate? Seriously. hell, man. Fucking hell. Welcome to Tarkov in 2026. People are just sitting in the extract. And he doesn't even have this extraction, because otherwise the way where he was sitting, he would extract. 545 BP, sitting in a corner with that kind of ammo. What a joke, man, these people. He doesn't have that extraction, because otherwise you can't sit in that corner. He would just extract. In 7 seconds he would be gone. So by the time we came down the stairs, he would have been gone. I checked it, I thought, oh, there's nobody there, and then I saw him sitting in the corner, but yeah, it was too late. Yeah, this is how you lose your initial starting kit in no time. But we did unlock 2 chapters. Because we found the badge. We need to learn more about the Bogatyr. I think we need to talk to Jaeger, which we don't have yet, so that's not a problem for us at the moment. But we have the chapter unlocked, so whenever we have Jaeger, we can talk to him, and then we have to go to Interchange and Woods to find all of these things here. That badge we can transfer. That's one of the 5 items that we need to find for that story, so you just transfer it to your item stash. And then this is the icebreaker poster that we picked up. That will that's Kier. Does he know anything about that?
Чё на проходе встал? Заходи давай.
You know anything about this, mate?
Чё? А с хера ли ты решил, что я в этой делюге участвую?
Okay, he doesn't know anything about it. Who is the therapist? Yeah, I don't need to ask him this because he doesn't know anything about it. Yeah, we also had like all the meds for a therapist. Yeah.
Ну хорош, бывай.
That one fucking camper there. Well, at least we got a scope out of it. That's another problem. Where are we gonna put these things? We normally put them in here. This is where we normally... Okay, they can go because we don't have an MBX. This is normally our box for... I don't normally put magazines in there though. Weapon crate or weapons. I normally put all kind of weapon pairs for gunsmith in there. Yeah, this is gonna be like this the whole day. People throwing a grenade in the bushes because they can see whatever they need to see on their screen. Good thing we moved there because that we could have already died there. Buy one of those for now. We almost had a good rate. We had the meds, we had some of the building materials, maybe all of them. And we would extract it from if that guy was not just sitting in that corner. Yeah, this is just hopeless. We've done what, 5 raids? We've done 5 raids. In 3 of them, we run into a guy who was just sitting on the extract. Yep. That's seasonal PvP for you, I guess. My good man. What are you even sitting there? I need to do some shopping, I guess. I need to get some cigarettes. My lighter is out as well, by the looks of it. These are building materials, but they're not found in raid. What we get from those codes. Okay. The only thing we got out of that raid is that we unlocked 2 new chapters in the story thing. Who knows how long he was sitting there already? Oh, and those are only phenomena that you see in the beginning of a wipe. If you're 2-3 weeks into a wipe, then people have gear and whatnot. They're not gonna sit there waiting until somebody might show up or not. This guy is just sitting there waiting till somebody comes in. Because as soon as you go anywhere near that door where he was sitting, you start extracting, which takes like 7 seconds. So by the time we came down the stairs, he should have been out. But he was not out, so there was just a guy sitting there who did not even have the extraction there. Just sitting there to do what he did. With 545 BP, sitting crouch in the corner. It's 1 building material and 1 meds. To 1 minute. We need, what do we need? 5 cigarettes? No, 15 cigarettes. But that's random now, I think. It's no longer 5 Marlboros and 5 Wilsons, and no, we just 15 cigarettes now. They changed the quest. That's another building. This could be a building material. Oh, PM pistol. I need that. Okay. We need 2 pistols. If that still is a quest that exists, we need 2 PMs. Okay, that's a toothpaste. What else do we need? A syringe. Somebody looted the plate here already. But did they pick up everything? What do we have? On the other side of the map. Drop that for now. That's also a good change. Padlocks. Let everybody know where you are. We know we're not allergic to beer. So far I think we only know about pate.
Да ничего, скупочку все продам и заживем.
6 minutes on the clock. If there is another guy sitting here on this fucking extract again. What the start of the wipe. 3 of the 5 raids we did. I'm fucking extract camper. Well. We survived for once. But I don't know if we have 5 building materials. What? Oh my god, that also doesn't work. They changed that also. We have the unknown key at least. We need the is it M870 or the 590 we need for the gunsmith? I think it's the 870 actually.
Ништяк, пацаны, сегодня мы кайфуем.
Oh, it's the 590, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, it doesn't work very well. Do it manually then. Milk. Could test if we are allergic to that. Sugar would also not be bad to be allergic to. We never use those. Peas we're not allergic to, we know that. Chocolate could also be. Loop, cotton beanie we also don't need anymore. We do need Dr. Lupo. 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, 4? Really? I think we have our meds, that's for sure. There we go, we got a kit. And we also have one of the PM pistols. That's for prepper, if that quest still does exist, that's the question. We need 2 of those, if it still exists. So a drink. Do we have an iscrime or something? No? We lost that? Is that another raid? I guess so. And now we have sugar and chocolate. We'll make extra rows for those because that's for later on. Cotton bean can go. Dr. Yeah, I need to get my streamer box. Unknown key is for the quest if it still exists. Don't know. And then I need to see. Okay, it is the 870. This is a gunsmith. We need to find a place for those gunsmith guns. This is gunsmith 5 or so, I think. Okay, gunsmith number whatever. Cotton beanie we can sell to whoever wants it. She has something new. Operational task. Oh, we have dailies already. Oh, we're level 5. Okay. A disposable syringe. Eliminate the target's quest condition elimination. Kill a red butthole assault group. Okay. We'll replace that. I'm assuming it's caps. I'm assuming that's what it means, but we have skier as well. 3M and the toss is still existing. Burning rubber, take the car. He gives us 20,000 rubles for it. Supply plans. Okay, you can have this, this, and this. Okay, we found our 3 meds. Now the question is, do we have 5 building materials? I don't think so. I think we have 3 or 4. It doesn't even tell us. Okay. Normally it told you, I told you how many you had. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we have 5.
Чё на проходе встал? Заходи давай.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Херня это все, конечно. Но нам и такое сейчас подойдет. Прямая дорога заминирована, но мои пацаны тебе все передадут. Мы сами этими переходами пользуемся, так что там все ровно. Да, его все механиком зовут. Если тебе нужно реально качественное оружие, то лучше механика ты в Таркове никого не найдешь. Он по-любому сам уже мог бы свалить отсюда, но остается. Ты просто не вдупляешь. Механик хоть и шарит за кучу всего. Вряд ли. Он же ботан чистый. Обращайся. Ну, бывай, бродяга.
Okay, I think no, we still need to survive from customs or visit it 3 times. Now we can talk to mechanic. Okay, therapist, fragment, nothing, skier. What do you have? Oh yeah, the 20,000 rubles for the car extraction. Yeah, that's also something. We're gonna have to take some money. Take 50,000 with us. Don't have a wallet yet. So we also don't have woods yet, I think. Or maybe we do. Do we have an extra map? No. Oh no, we do need to survive from customs first before we can talk to a mechanic, and he will give us access to factory, and then we need to extract from there and then talk to... No, and then he will give us the Jaeger, and once we have Jaeger we can probably go to woods. Something in that order. That's how it probably will work. But I'm gonna leave it at this. I need to get some food, some cigarettes, and some lighter, because my lighter doesn't work anymore. And I also need to get the streamer's box. I will do that now for a second. That is, of course, on condition gifts. box is already in use, it says. So I think the streamer's box also does not work on the seasonal character. We can't claim it. That's great. We'll take that armor, I guess. So we can't claim that thing on here either. That's wonderful. Just wonderful. Okay. So now we're gonna have to put them in here. We need to use 3 mechanism backpacks or something to put all the streamer's items in. There were 41. There were 43, and then they removed 5, and then they added 3 new ones, which was 41, but I believe there are new ones for the season as well. There are some new streamer's items, so I don't know how many we need now for collector. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, and 8. We don't have 7. 7 is our green flare normally, but we can't get a green flare yet. We got some shooting, we got some armor. We are basically good to go for the next raid. We have the unknown key already picked up whenever we have that quest. We hand over the meds, we hand over the building materials. We just need to go to customs 3 times or extract from the map. Which we almost did, until we had an extra camper sitting in a bloody corner. I mean, seriously. Other than that, we got some progression going. Do we have a syringe? No, we don't. Toothpaste, owl, soap, toilet paper. Is that enough to do laboratory? Or am I missing something? Yeah, that's what I thought. Construct that thing. Now we need kick tape. We need screws. We need a drill. And we need sewing kits, 2 of them. We first need water collector though, so that's for later. That does mean that the toilet paper, the toothpaste we don't need either, so that can be removed from the wish list. What was the other thing? An owl and soap. Yeah, that can also go. Flea market, wish lists. The owl we got already, so we didn't need to worry about that, but I think we have toilet paper or something. Nope, that's also off. What was it? Owl, toilet paper, soap. That one can go as well. Yeah, we definitely need all of that stuff. Yeah, okay. You can always check on the flea market on your wish list what is on there. And we just removed all the things for laboratory 1. You do need an owl again for, I don't know, gear wreck or something, or weapon wreck. It's way later though. By that time we will have one extra. So we only need for laboratory as far as I know. And I just tried to claim the streamers box on the website. That also does not work for the PvP seasonal. So you can only claim your streamers box for PvP main character. You can't claim it on PvE. You can also not claim it on the seasonal apparently. It says it's already in use. Maybe you can do it if you reset your main character. That's possible. That you can then choose for what you claim it for. Streamer's box was some drop thing. You gifted five subs to a streamer playing EFT, then you could get the streamer's box and that would stay forever on the website. And every time there was a new wipe, you could claim it. That goes for your PvP, for your main character. PvE, you could not claim it, and apparently on the seasonal, you can also not claim it. And that's quite annoying in a way, because that box, it's 3x3 in your inventory, and it holds all these streamer's items. And we know from our PvP character, where we had them all, you need 3 mechanism backpacks to get them all in there. Instead of a 3x3 box. That's a big difference. You can still get it, you have that quest for, what is it, level 15 or something? Or level 20 or something, you get it from Fence, and then you need to go plant 17,000 cameras all over the place. And they're all cryptically described, so you're gonna have to figure out where it is. My advice would be check it on the wiki, because there are so many locations. And it's not like, oh, plant them there or something in that area. No, it's something like, it's like references from a book or from a movie, and then you sort of need to figure out where it is. Like on Lighthouse, there is like, you have that toilet there on the mountain. That's some reference to a movie or something. Probably need to plant one there. And there are a few references and posters and things like that all over the maps, referring to a movie scene or something like that. And yeah, if you know where they are, all be my guest, but I don't. We know some of them, like the toilet, I know, but there are 2 actually on Lighthouse of those toilets. It's top of a mountain. But hey, we survived the raid on our scav, but not on our. Yeah, we did 2 raids on our scavs. We survived 1, and 1 we got killed. And our PMC, we got some quests out of the way that we needed to do, marking things and stuff like that, and touching extractions. But of course, the fact that you have to go around the map, you're gonna run into people, obviously. And like at some point we touched the railway exfil, and then we had to go to Emercom. Then you run into the guys who spawned on power and all the rest. That's exactly what happened. So on our PMC, I think we are at 0. 0 out of 4, I think. Yep. Great survivor rate. Run into 3 extra campers and 2 duos. Killed 1 player, the other one got us. Yep, that's the life of a solo player. You get 1 guy and then there's always the next one. And even if you kill 2, then there's probably a third. That's how it usually goes. Totally different story than the PvE that we were playing, of course. That's also the thing, we need to get back into the rhythm. But there is something very annoying. And that is that your move left here, you can't put it on the A button for a QWERTY keyboard, or a Q. In my case, I'm using a ZERTY, so I had it on Q, it doesn't work. The button does not work. You can't move to the left. You can't sidestep to the left. And that is very annoying, because now I had to switch those buttons to make it work. And that means that we are constantly changing our scope magnification, which we had on A, or a ZERTY. So I now switch it over, so now I'm constantly pressing that button whenever I want to sidestep left. Or when I want to move left, turn left in a way. You sort of move left and then you move your mouse, then you sort of 90 degrees corner that you do. I'm getting used to it a little bit, but it's like muscle memory. You constantly press that thing. Constantly you hear click. That's when I want to sidestep and change my scope magnification. I hope that gets fixed quickly. I heard about that thing already yesterday, so I thought there was a patch in the evening, so I thought they fixed it, but apparently not. And it's the same for QWERTY keyboard. You can't map the move left to the A because it just doesn't work if you press it. Your guy just keeps standing wherever he is. And that, of course, in certain circumstances, you're gonna get killed by that. You see a guy, you're like, oh, quickly sidestep behind the wall, and your guy is just gonna stand there because it doesn't work. So obviously we had to put it on another button, but now you need to get that into your brain. We played 7 wipes or 8 wipes with move left on the Q button, or A for QWERTY, and that button doesn't work at the moment, so we'll see. The season ends in 124 days. I thought, was it Bestley or something who calculated it yesterday? Apparently that's December 7th. So that's when it will wipe again and season 2 will start, I guess. Or maybe there is a few weeks without a wipe and then somewhere around Christmas this second season will start. We will see how that works. This was just the startup. We got some things done, although we didn't survive, but on our PMC. We still get the things. We visited the interchange 3 times, we got the fuel tankers marked, we got the 3 extractions touched, Hammercom, railway and the car. We got some other stuff done. We handed over the meds already and the building materials. So now we need to extract from customs or play 3 customs raids. That's also possible. Then we need to talk to mechanic, go to factory, then we can go to woods, pick up the Jaeger message and unlock Jaeger. And then we're almost there, I think. Yeah, because then we're gonna get acquainted with Prepper. It will unlock reserve. We don't have to go to reserve as far as I know. That's the only map where you actually don't have to go and do something. And then you will be stuck for a while on the lighthouse unlock, because that is 20,000 USD that you have to pay to mechanic. Of course, nobody has that early wipe. That's gonna be a bit grinding for dollars. And then you have to go, whenever you find a labs key card, you have to go to labs. That map is not unlocked, so you're gonna have to use a transit, either from factory or from streets, to get there. And once you arrive there, you need to touch, what is it? Manager office, sewer room, and the server room. The sewer room, I mean the drainage downstairs, the sewer. Those 3 things you need to touch. I don't think you need to survive. You just need to... Maybe you do need to survive. I don't think so. And then you've been to all the maps. And then the tour chapter will be completed. And all the trades will be unlocked. And then you can start grinding for them. That's what we're sort of trying to do. And then we can go to Ground Zero and do whatever needs to be done there. If we have every trader available, then we will also have a quest on Ground Zero for every trader. That will be for later. I first need to get some food and get some cigarettes and things like that. And then we'll probably play the rest of the night as well. So I will be back later on. This was just the startup of Season 1 for me. Although we're a day later than most people, but we'll get there. As for now, thanks for watching. See you guys later.